I've gotten this client 187 high quality, ready to buy window tint leads for only $3 each. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we did this and how you can do this in your own business to scale up and have extremely profitable ads. So in order to make this happen, you need to understand the three pillars that go into an actual successful Facebook campaign. Without nailing each of these three things, your ads will never be as profitable as they could be, and you'll never have a long-term campaign that truly helps you scale the business. Now, pillar one is going to be campaign structure. So how is your campaign actually set up? What does the backend look like in Facebook? Without the right campaign structure, nothing else matters because you won't properly be able to test different variations of ads, and it will be nearly impossible to profitably scale your campaign. So let's dive into the campaign structure that we used in this account to actually get 187 leads for $3.19 a piece. Now, this is a campaign that is spending about $25 per day. So there's going to be three segments of budget and campaign structure. There's 25 to 50 a day, 50 to 100 per day, and 100 per day plus. This campaign obviously is going to be based on the 25 to 50 campaign structure range, which is a great budget to start out with. So this is going to be a perfect walkthrough for you. Now we've got one campaign, and inside of that campaign, we've got three different ad sets. Now at the start of the ads, we had just two ad sets. We were testing open audience and 22 to 60 male audience with open placements. Now inside of each ad, we were running 4 different videos. These videos are all the same general style. If they were extremely different, we would separate them again at the ad set level, but the only difference in these videos is just the video hook. So we're testing one video body, one main video, and 4 video hooks inside of each ad set. And again, in the ad set, what we're doing here is testing based on the audience and then the placements. So that's mainly going to be down here using advantage audience, adding in the age, the gender, that type of thing, and then going on to placements as well. So we actually have started to optimize this campaign. We're a few weeks in now, and you can see down here that we're testing out the stories, feeds, reels placements to see what's working best. And if we come back out here, we can actually see stories, feeds, reels is doing slightly worse than the open placements, which means it's probably going to get shut off coming up soon. And then we'll adjust and test the next thing down the chain. So once you've properly structured your campaign, everything is set up right, the way that it needs to be, which when you're first starting out is going to be one campaign, 2 ad sets, difference of the ad sets being the audience, and then 2 to 4 different creatives inside of each ad set. You will be good to start running your ads, or you'll be good to at least add everything in and have the structure right. So having a proper campaign structure is obviously extremely important, but it's not quite as important as the next pillar, pillar 2, which is actually your ad creative. Your ad creative is the actual picture, the actual video that you're running on your campaign. This is what people are going to see when they see your ad. They're not going to see all this back-end structure. They're going to see the video that you're running. That's why it's obviously extremely important. If your creative is not catching and keeping people's attention, then they'll never have the chance to even fill out the form, giving you their info, any of that good stuff. So how do we actually make a creative that not only catches, but keeps attention so that you can get to the call to action and explain what you do? Well, there's a few things that we need to focus on. Number one is going to be the actual script. So what are we saying? What's verbally being said in the video? Typically, the thing that you're going to want to do is number one, hook the audience. Number 2, call out a pain or a problem that the audience is experiencing. Then present a solution. Then present your offer. And finally, call them to action. Tell them the next steps that you want them to take. So, for example, if we were doing a window tint campaign, which is exactly what this is, we could present them with a hook. So first thing, location, area. Are you driving around in a fishbowl? Something like that. Call out a problem. Your car's interior is getting damaged by UV, something of that nature, and then present, luckily, there's a solution, window tint. And then what are you going to do? What's your specific offer? Our expert team is going to apply our premium tint, whatever that may be. And then finally, call them to take the action. Now, in the actual video, which I'm about to show you guys, so stay for that, you're going to want to have fast editing with clips that are relevant to what is being said in the script. So if you've got the script talking about applying tint, you want to have a video of that. If you've got the script talking about UV damage, maybe have a video of the car after it being damaged by the sun's UV. So in addition to this, once the video is edited, you want to add captions to kind of catch the attention. You want to add a background music just to have that extra stimulation. People have got small attention spans. So make sure you've got background music, captions, and if you're doing some type of discount offer, which typically I wouldn't recommend until you've tested no discount and it hasn't worked as well as you want. But if you are doing discount, you can add a text overlay with the discount as well. Now, let me pull up one of these videos. So this is the winning video in this case, and really quickly play it for you.
Stop driving around Winston-Salem in a fishbowl. Do you have a window tint yet? If not, then you're leaving your car's interior open to UV damage and letting the world see everything you do. But luckily we can help. Our expert team will give your car the 5-star treatment it deserves, giving you privacy on the road, keeping your car cool during summer, and protecting its interior from the sun's harmful UV rays. Click Get Quote to get a...
All right, so that is essentially what the ad is going to look like. Now you want to repeat this process, in this case 4 times. Biggest difference between the videos just being the ad hook. So in this case, we can go back and actually identify the hook. Stop driving around location in a fishbowl. So that's what hooks them up. Let's see one of the other hooks that we've got here just to show you what this is going to look like.
Do you have a window tint yet? If not...
So this one is simply, do you have a window tint yet? And then the body of the video is going to be the exact same. So that's how you want to structure the testing with small variations in the creative or just testing out the hook. Now, once you've done this, just repeat the process as many times as needed. So once you've made your creatives using this format, you've structured your campaign, added all the videos in, you should be pretty much good to launch. But you will never have a wildly successful campaign long term, and your ads will fail without the final and most important pillar, which is optimization. You need to constantly be on top of your campaign, optimizing, making sure that everything is not just staying the same, but is actually improving if you want your ads to make as much money as possible. And not only that, to not fail, because things fatigue or the audience gets used to them extremely quickly on Facebook, which means that you need to be on your A game and constantly doing everything in your power to innovate, find new winners, new audiences, new placements, new creatives, new offers, etc. Or else your ads will fatigue, your performance will drop, and you will stop making money. Now, the ultimate goal, of course, is not only to prevent fatigue, but also to increase the gain, increase the performance of the ads. Now, how do you actually go about optimizing a campaign on Facebook, making sure that everything is performing as well as it could be? There's a few main things that we're actually going to be optimizing around, because there's thousands of small variables on Facebook, but just a few main ones that we actually want to look at and continue to improve on. Number one is going to be audience. So who's your ad actually showing to? This is obviously super important, because if you're showing your ad to the wrong people, nobody's going to click. Number two is the placements. So where is your ad showing? Is it showing on Instagram, Facebook? Is it showing in the stories and the reels? This, again, is super important. You want to make sure you're showing in places where people are most likely to be in a state of buying or interest. Number three is going to be the offer. So what is your ad actually offering? Why would these people even click? Typically, when you're first starting your ads, you can get away with a free quote, but down the line, you're going to have to introduce some type of offer, because quote will be fatigued. People have seen it so much, and you're going to need to actually give them more incentive to reach out to click the ad. Now, the fourth thing is going to be your actual creative or your video. This is super, super important, again, because nothing else is going to matter if people just keep scrolling when they see your video. You need to stop them from scrolling, catch their attention, and keep that attention throughout your ad. And then we've got some more minor things that are still important, just not as important, like the ad copy, the headlines, the form that you've got, and that type of thing. Now, another thing that I could mention here that is important, very important, is going to be your ad hook. So what is stopping the person from scrolling? And this goes hand in hand with that creative style. You need to make sure that you've got an optimized hook that is actually doing a good job of catching attention, because if you don't catch their attention, you've got no chance at keeping it. Now, typically the order of operations, or the order that you should be testing these variables in, is going to be number one, test the ad creative and test the audiences, and then test the offer. So the three things to test when you're first starting your ads are offer, audience, and creatives. Once you found the winners here, shut off the losers, keep the winners, and with those winners, test the placements and the hooks. Now, once you found those winners, you can test the copy, then the headlines, then the forms. Now, once you've cycled through all of that, you're going to go back to creative, try and find a new style, a new hook that's going to do even better, and repeat testing. Now, once you get to a point where you're no longer seeing a drop in cost per lead, you can either run that winning campaign solo, or you can run that winning campaign with 90% budget and then keep 10% to testing, because eventually your cost will drop off and you're gonna need something new. Now, this is gonna allow you to actually find the winning settings on Facebook, because typically those are not gonna change frequently. Once you found your audience, once you found your placements, you're gonna be able to run with that for a long period of time. And it's gonna allow you to have all of your focus on the ad creative, which of course, like I've gone over, is one of, if not the most important parts to your ads. Now, this is a cycle that's gonna repeat time and time again. You're never really gonna have a time where you're not thinking about testing, if not actively testing. And as soon as you stop testing, period, for more than a month or so, it's gonna come back to haunt you. You're gonna lose money and your performance is gonna drop dramatically. So if you can effectively structure your campaign, create an amazing video, and optimize your ads right, you're gonna get window tint leads for under $3 a piece. Now, if you wanna grow your auto styling shop from 0 to 100K a month, or 20 to 100K, wherever you're at now, to 100K a month, watch this video. And if you want my team to implement all of our systems done for you, book a call in the description below, and I'll talk to you there.